But the alcohol, the drugs will lie to you so that you can continue to put off this persona that everything is okay, instead of, like Adam says, humbling yourself and coming to a place of, man, I never in a million years thought I would do the things I've done.
Then you will know the truth, and the truth will set you free.
Do you believe in life after addiction? You better believe it. Now, the host of Life After Addiction.
Tell me, how am I supposed to live without you, Chitty? That got weird quick.
That was unexpected. I didn't know we were going there
we're back.
with that.
We're back. Hey, guys, welcome back. If you didn't check out last week's episode, we responded to some comments on our videos, and it was pretty fun. We had a good time. There were some jokes. Some of you are funny. But this week, we're doing another reaction video of very highly, probably the most requested song that we've had.
Yes.
And it is pretty much blind. I don't think I've seen it. I've seen bits and pieces of it because people have talked about it. But yeah, we are going to respond or react to Dear Alcohol by Dax.
Yes.
Is that right?
Yeah, so like you said, we've had tons of comments and viewers tell us that we need to do a reaction to this song. We've done one or two of Dax before songs. I can't remember. 3? I don't remember.
To Be a Man. Yeah, maybe just 2.
Yeah, we've done a couple of Dax songs before. So, yeah, it's usually good. We'll play this one. I remember you playing the video months ago, but like just
pieces of it.
So
Yeah.
We'll see. I don't remember any of the lyrics. I don't really remember any of the song whatsoever. It's called Dear Alcohol, so I'm assuming it's going to be talking about alcohol the whole time.
Yeah.
Context clues, baby.
All right.
You know what I mean?
Let's watch. Dear Alcohol, I don't think you're as bad as what they say. Everything else in this world is temporary, so why does it even matter if I drink you anyway?
I mean, you can pause right there, man. Like, just that right there I can relate to. Like, me feeling like, man, this world, everything I see is just temporary. So why not enjoy it, right? YOLO, you only live once. Live your best life.
Yeah. So it's starting off, the video's starting off with like he's writing a letter, Dear Alcohol. I don't think you're that bad. Everything's temporary. So why not enjoy you?
And so it's justifying our behavior, which as when you're someone who struggles with addiction, you become a master at doing, justifying your behavior.
By the way, I think if you're someone who is freshly just quit drinking or something like that, maybe just listen, because there's a lot of trigger warnings in this video, it appears. And so just listen. We're going to talk about good stuff, but if you think you're going to be triggered by seeing liquor bottles or beer cans or something like that, you definitely want to just listen to the audio of this and not watch.
I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. And I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted cause I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. And I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize.
Right there, man.
Yeah, even that chorus.
That chorus is catchy, first of all. I like that. I like that. And the beat, But yeah, it's so true, man. A life of addiction is just a life of suppressing your thoughts and emotions and dealing with nothing.
Yeah.
Nothing whatsoever. You get wasted, you get drunk, you get high, and all you do is suppress all of your emotions, all of your thoughts, all of your desires and dreams and everything you want to do. Man, all that just gets suppressed, and I just become, a bottle of nothingness, man.
I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. I mean, addiction's so many things of numbing, but it's also, I've heard this multiple places, but it's we don't deal with suffering well.
Not at all.
As a people. And man, we're in a place, a fallen world that is filled with suffering.
Yes.
Until we meet Christ face to face in heaven and glory, where there is no more suffering, there is no more sin, there's going to be suffering because we're in this constant pull of righteousness and our own flesh. And if we don't learn as a people, I mean, not even just dealing with addiction, but if we don't learn how to deal with suffering correctly, anyways, that's a rabbit trail. Sorry.
Yeah, no,
that is a good course, and I definitely can relate to that.
Yep.
I got wasted. Repeat the cycle every day. I gotta start with a drink. My life been getting sorta crazy, and I don't wanna think. I look myself right in the mirror, and I don't even blink. Then I get angry, take the rest, and pour it right in the sink. I know where this road goes. Alcohol ain't my friend, but I keep drinking, cause these demons roaming follow me around everywhere I go. It clouds my mind and soul, it turns my heart cold. But I keep drinking, cause it makes me feel like I'm not alone.
Yeah, man, that's super real.
Yeah,
it's
gets angry, pours it in the sink.
How many times have we done that?
Cycle.
How many times have we done that, and then the cycle repeats? And it's like, if you go back to an episode we just did about reading people's comments, it's like the desire. One of the lady or one of the men commented, there's a desire for these people who are stuck in addiction to quit, to stop using, to stop drinking, to stop getting high. But a desire only takes you so far when it comes to addiction specifically. You've got to find the Lord. That was the only thing that allowed me to walk in freedom and to be able to escape the corruption in this world due to sinful desires, as it talks about in 2 Peter chapter 1. It was something greater than myself, because at the root of addiction, if you've been a viewer for a while, Adam and I say it's a sin issue. At the root of it, it's sin. And there is one who has overcome the grave and has overcome sin, and his name is Jesus Christ. So by turning my life to him, man, I was finally able to escape that cycle of just repeating, okay, I'm going to quit tomorrow, but then I got to go get drugs so I don't feel bad, and then I get high and then I feel bad, so then I throw them away, but then I got to get up the next morning and I feel sick, and so I go get more drugs. And it's like tomorrow is the best day to quit, and then 10 years worth of tomorrows go by, you wake up, and it's like something's got to give. Like something's got to give.
Yeah, but I keep drinking because it makes me feel like I'm not alone. Yeah, man, I can relate to all of that. I think the difference, alcohol was not really my thing.
Me neither.
And I can honestly say I never poured dope down the sink because I wanted to quit, but I made 1,000 promises that this is the last one.
Yes.
I hate this. I'm not going to buy this tomorrow. I'm not going to do this.
Yep.
So I heavily relate to that. Feeling alone, man. There's this darkness, man, and the specific sin that we're talking about, in addiction, it leads to other sins. It could lead to lust. It could lead to pride. It could lead to all sorts of, but the specific sin of addiction that we're talking about is idolatry. We're exchanging the glory of God and his promises for bootleg, cheap substitutes to fill us when we feel alone, to fill us when we're dealing with suffering, to fill us when we're I don't want to deal with myself tonight, so I'm going to numb it. And so it's this idol. It's this feeling that we're getting that's bootleg. And man, if you've had any time or experience in addiction, you know it's fake. You know it's a bootleg pleasure that does not last, and it promises you everything and gives you a moment of satisfaction, but then steals everything from you. Your family, your job, your finances, your friendships. Everything is stolen. Your health, everything is stolen from you, and you know this. You know this to be true, and yet we still turn to the fake fulfillment and not what God says and his promises and his fulfillment. So,
amen.
I'm having problems, my pride won't let me reach out. Looking at this bottle, having nothing but doubt.
Let's stop right there for a second. Not
We
reaching
preach
out.
on that for that'll preach.
Having problems with my pride. I'm afraid to reach out or whatever it may be. Yeah, man. And that's also inside. That is a lie from the pits of hell. Our minds create things. How many times have you come up to a problem and you've made it this issue in your head? You've made it this issue in your head, and then the issue comes and passes. And you're like, well, that wasn't that bad. Reaching out, the thing that's going to save your life, the thing that's going to bring peace into your life, health back into your life, relationships back into your life, is the very thing that the enemy is going to keep you from, and your flesh. Reaching out, man, you have to reach out. It is the most scary thing to do, yet it will be the most healing thing. Hey, I need help. man, do not let, I mean, the Bible says pride comes before the fall and things like that. Yeah, don't let pride, don't let whatever it is, your flesh, don't let any of that. Reach out, man. Reach out for help. You right now, you're struggling. Maybe you think no one knows. We've had comments just last, hey, I've been struggling off and on. I'm doing this. We know you're out there and we know you're struggling. Hey, here's what you do. Reach out for help. Male or female, whether it be S2L or tell a loved one. If you have no loved ones, get online and Google, get help now. Pause the video. That's just, a podcast, trying to get YouTube and all that. Pause the video and reach out now, man. Like, don't let this moment pass. This is a moment that God's giving you. And I'm looking right at you, man. You know who it is. Reach out for help. Don't let pride interfere. Don't let this thing win. Reach out right now and watch your life, man. You can earmark it on whatever date this comes out in October of 2023 is the day that God used to change my life forever, because I had the boldness. I put my pride away to reach out. And man, gosh, it'll be such a better lifestyle.
No, I understand, man, and your passion it's felt over here because today's the day. Now is the time, and
I'm tired of doing funerals, man.
Pride is a crazy thing. I've said it before, but like, man, we'll choose to die before we choose to ask for help. Like, my pride will tell me, man, you ride this till the wheels fall off. Until you are in a grave and dead, man, you keep doing what you're doing, because maybe at some point and some days, sometime, you can find a way out under your own understanding and under your own strength. And the reality of it is, man, very, 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 very few percentage of people that will ever happen to. It's just the reality, man. You need help. You need to walk with men or women who have found their way out themselves. You can't do this alone. Doing this alone is what got you where you're at. So today is the day, man. Now is the time. Reach out for help. Call your mom, call your dad, call your grandmother, your sister, your brother, whoever you're closest to, who's probably trying to get you to get some help for a while now, and say, hey, I'm ready to go somewhere now, and just do it. It'll be the greatest decision you have ever made in your life, I promise you.
Yeah, and even in the song, it's full circle, and I think Dax clearly has had issues, but he's drinking because he's alone. Mm-hmm. He feels lonely. And yet he won't reach out to get help and not be lonely anymore. So it's this cycle, man. I'm alone, but I won't reach out. I'm alone, but I won't reach out. I'm alone, but I won't reach out. And what's the common denominator? The substance that's giving you that moment of satisfaction, yet is literally killing you and ruining all of the relationships around you.
Man.
Don't want to drink, but it keeps coming around and around and around. I got wasted because I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize.
Videography.
I got wasted because I didn't want to deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted. I know I need to quit. I gotta do better. Example to these kids, cause they watching when I'm there. But I'm scared, cause I've been chasing the man that I am. When I start to drink, he's cocky, confident, and he don't give a damn what you think. This world is beating me down and it's pushed me right to the brink. I take a shot every time because, man, it helps me escape. I'm taking care of these people, but no one takes care of me. I wanna talk to somebody, but I feel no one relates. I need better now. I think I've lost my way. I'm having battles with faith. It's painted right on my face. I hope better times are coming. No chase, but I'm.
There was so much in that. One of the things that stuck out to me is whenever he said, I feel like talking to somebody, but I feel like no one can relate. And that's just a lie. It's such a lie. And man, the enemy will throw that your way every day, every moment of vulnerability or transparency like that you desire to have. Yeah. It seems like in those moments you're just hit with these lies that, like, man, no one truly understands what you've been through, man. Nobody understands where you're at. Nobody understands the things that you've seen and what you've done and how many people you've hurt and the pain and the heartache and the suffering and the shame and the guilt and all these things. And it's just not true.
Yeah.
Like, it's not true at all.
Yeah. And I think, man, for a lot of people in this state, or if you're in the throes of addiction, you're kind of thinking, man, there's no way I have pride. I'm like, there's no pride in me. I'm at the lowest of my life. But what I'm telling you, and what I believe Chitty's telling you too, is that mindset of no one can relate is sideways pride. You're having pride enough to think that there's no one that's gone through and done what you've done. And I mean, man, I've thought that before too, but there is a community of people that if we take our mask off, and that's what one of our main things is, man, you got to get real, like true, like growth and freedom, like not even just people, like, man, your small group at church, non-addiction person, take your mask off. Like, because how in the world is anyone going to heal and truly do life if everyone's like, hey, I'm good. But I promise you, man, there's people that can relate no matter what you've gone through. There's people that can relate, and it's sideways pride. And so I just say that because if you can notice and you can identify what it is, man, you can be like, man, that's right. I didn't think I was capable of pride in my state, but let me put this pride to death right now, and I'm gonna call, or I'm gonna talk to someone, because man, someone can relate.
Yeah, and then I like when it said essentially whenever he's drunk or wasted that he feels more confident or he's cocky and he doesn't care what people think, and man, that is a false sense of security that relates to your persona. What you're talking about is this persona that I want people to think that I am, this person that I want people to think who I am. He's confident, he's cocky, he doesn't care what people think. The person behind that persona is dying. The person behind that persona cares so much about what people think that they would rather die than just say, hey, man, this is where I'm at. Mask off. I'm not doing good at all. I'm struggling to keep a job. I'm not being the best father. I'm running my finances into the ground. I've drank alcohol every day for the last 7 years. Although on the outside it may look like you have it put together, you're not cocky. You're not confident. You're not, you don't care what people think. You do care about those things. But the alcohol, the drugs will lie to you so that you can continue to put off this persona that everything is okay, instead of, like Adam says, humbling yourself and coming to a place of, man, I never in a million years thought I would do the things I've done and hurt the people that I've hurt and, seen the things that I've seen. But it is what it is, man. This is where I'm at in life. And these are the things that have happened. These are the things that I've done. But I need help. And it doesn't have to take a decade for you to get there. I'm telling you this from experience. It doesn't have to look like that. Like I wish I would have just come much sooner and been like, hey, man, I never thought I'd do these things. There's a lot of shame. There's a lot of guilt. There's a lot of pain. I've seen a lot of things. I've done a lot of things I never thought I would do. But, man, let's do something about it.
Yeah, and I want to stay here for just a second because I'm hoping that this lines up, and this is exactly – we paused it at a place where it says no chase, but I'm still running. I think he just talked about a shot, and he's using a play on words where it's no chaser, but he's still running. But, man, Proverbs 28:1, I think, came to mind, and it's one of my favorite verses, but it says, the wicked flees when no one pursues, but the righteous are as bold as a lion.
Amen.
The wicked flee when no one pursues. And he says, no chase, but I'm still running. And so I guess on the flip side of that, I want to encourage you, if you are someone struggling or if you're not, but if you're listening to this and you're a believer, I want to encourage you to be as bold as a lion. And right now, in our world, in America at least, I know we have people watching from all over, and God bless you, thank you. But in America, we have become a post-Christian nation. We're about to enter another election season when division and tension is going to be super high, and man or woman of God, your time is now. If you are going through an addiction, man, this is the moment in time of all of history that God's given you and I. What will we do with our moment? And, man, I just plead with you. You are needed on this battlefield. Christian man or woman, you are needed to stand up, to rise, and just to be righteous, to seek the things that are above, to push back against darkness and to claim more territory for the kingdom. And I'm calling you to do that. If you need purpose, if you need value, there you go. Man, and what better person to do that who has been in the pits of hell, who's been in the trenches, who's been looked at as someone as damaged goods, and God grabs you up out of that, and you don't give a rip what anyone thinks anymore, man. I don't know. I'm just on one. I see what's going on around us and what's happening and just the moral decay of our world, our country, and it needs leaders, our generation of men and women, to step up and push back against darkness, man. What better person to do that than I'm calling you right now, oh mighty man or woman of valor? Yeah, you've struggled. Yeah, you've had a hard life. Yeah, you've done some bad things. Read about the heroes of our faith. David, God calls David a man after his own heart, and David literally murders a guy. He sleeps with another man's wife. He does all of these awesome things, and yet God still gives him the name that he is a man after his own heart. And look at what's the hero. He's a hero of our faith. He slays Goliath. He's the best king to ever have lived, people say. Man, do these things. Step up. I don't know why I went on that rabbit trail, but something hit me. I guess it was be as bold as a lion and stop running when no one's even chasing you. Stop numbing. There's a better life out there.
Still running,
I'm
I
still
gotta
running.
take control, and I won't stop on nothing. Dear God, this is my test. Promise that I do my best. Just help me with this pain I feel and pressure that is I got wasted cause I didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned until I feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone I don't recognize. I got wasted. I got
like that end of that
cause I
verse.
didn't wanna deal with myself tonight. My thoughts get drowned
it's
until I
catchy.
feel alright. I keep drinking till I'm someone
When
I
he came to sing
don't
that up at the lodge,
recognize.
right? I got wasted.
I got wasted.
Dear alcohol, I found out you were even worse than what they said. Sometimes I try to remember the good times, but you actually made me forget most of those memories instead. Whew. It is such a catchy chorus, but
It
you
is a
can't
catchy
sing that
chorus.
in public.
So-
I got wasted.
Yeah, they mentioned that we may do this as one of our episodes when I got here, and like I started remembering the chorus because they put the lyrics up for a second, and I was singing it over here, and I'm like, hey guys, I don't like mean these lyrics. I'm just like,
It's catchy.
it's a catchy chorus.
Yeah. Man, I think
that was good, man.
I like how it opened, Dear Alcohol, you're not that bad.
Yep.
Yeah, the world is temporary, and why not just use it? And then it closes, hey,
Worse than I
alcohol, you're
thought.
actually worse than I even thought. I don't even get to have your memory, or I'm trying to remember the good times, but you've actually made it to where I can't remember any of it. So, yeah, man, good to him. I like that last, I don't know, is it verse? I'm asking the music guy in the room. Where he was talking about, take this pain, dear God. This is my test. I'm gonna do my best. I thought that was a cool way to end the song.
Yeah. Today's the day, though, if you're someone who is struggling and you're in the grips of addiction currently and you can't seem to shake it or find your way out. Today is the day. Find help. Reach out to your parents. Reach out to your loved ones. Get yourself into a program. Like, freedom is possible. Freedom is possible. You can overcome these things. It's not once an addict, always an addict. That stuff is just not true. Adam and I are living testimonies of that. We serve men day in, day out, week in, week out, year after year, who find freedom from addiction and never go back to those things. So you're not stuck. You're not trapped. Get up and begin to seek the things of the Lord.
I don't care what you've been told. He doesn't care what you've been told at the secular rehab or the meetings that you've gone to. You can be free from all addictions. By the authority of God's word and our own testimony, you could be free from these addictions. You don't have to be tied to them. Whew, I like this. Hey, last thing, we didn't start this off, but hey, please, if you enjoyed this, give it a like, subscribe to our channel if you haven't. I think this is because of how many people recommended this. There's probably some new viewers. You can become a member, all that stuff. But yeah, man, really appreciate you. There's freedom from addiction, and that's life after addiction. You better believe it.
Come on.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Life After Addiction. Life After Addiction is a production of S2L Studio. For more Christ-centered addiction recovery resources, please visit s2l.net. That's S2L.net. For more information about S2L's licensed and accredited residential program, please visit s2lrecovery.org. That's S2L recovery.org.